Welcome back guys to my tutorial. In this tutorial I'm gonna teach you how to solve the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. I noticed that many of you who already know how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube want to learn the 4x4 cube, and you watch some tutorials, and after watching it some of you get bored and some of you can't understand and you leave it. Now you don't need to look for any further videos because this is gonna be the simplest tutorial for you to understand how to solve the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. So let's get started.
What's up cubers? Welcome to my tutorial on the 4x4 Rubik's Revenge. Before getting into this, I'll teach you some basics and we'll not move on to the first layers directly. So here, as you know, in the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, we'll first solve the first layer, then the second layer, and then the third layer. Here in this 4x4 cube, this is not the way how we do it. First, we have to group these centers because you can see that there are 4 centers in this cube, and when you shuffle the cube, even the centers get shuffled. So we have to first group the center, and as you can see in the 3 into 3, there's only one center, so there's no need of doing the centers. But here we have to group the centers, and after that it's not the way that you have to go the first layer, because after the centers you have to solve the edges. You have to group the edges. As you can see, there are pair of edges everywhere, every side, whereas in 3 into 3 there is only one edge, so we can directly solve this cube. But here, when you get this cube shuffled, even the edges get separated from each other like this. So first we are gonna learn how to solve the centers and then the edges, and then we are gonna solve it like a 3 into 3 Rubik's Cube. And in the 4x4 cube there are some parodies. One is the corner parody and one is the edge parody. I'm gonna tell you the parodies when we solve the cube like a 3 into 3. So now let's get on to the centers. So before getting on to the centers, let me get this cube shuffled. Okay, so now this cube has got shuffled, and now let's get on to the first center. You can choose any color which you want. Here I'm gonna start with the blue color. You can choose any color which you can choose any of your favorite colors or whichever color. Here I do prefer it as doing the blue center first. Okay, so as you can already see, we can already see a blue piece over here. Now let's find another blue piece. Okay, so here's the second blue centerpiece. Now it's easy to get it over here, so you can move it over here, and then we can get this one over here. So what you do is the same, just turn this like over here like this, and the second thing, just move it over here. You can see we are made and line, and we can do the same with the next two. Okay, so down here you can find another center. You can just move it here. So what you do is very simple, just move it over here, and then you can notice there's a center over here. So when you get this like this, you get a line over here. And now we can get this line over here by just moving this here, and then so attaching. So now we have got the first center. Now let's move on to the second center. The second center is nothing but the down centers. So as you know that the opposite color of blue is the green. So here you can find a green line already, or you can see this. So you can move it over here by just simply doing this. but you move off the blue center, you mess up the blue center. So what you do is check. No need to check. You can now what you do is bring this down or here, move it out of the range of motion. You can move it in this lane, because when you do this back, you notice that these two places are moving towards the up. So move it out of the range of motion. So you can keep here. So just move it here and bring this back. You notice that we are not messing the blue center, and we kept on green piece. So now let's find another green centerpiece. Over here you can just make a line by putting this over here. It's very simple. Let's check. You have to put it over here. So just move this over here and just make this a line, and you do the same way. I wish because we have not messed this center up. So what you do is just move this down. You make a line, move it out of the range of motion or here, and move this back. So as you can see, we are not messing up the blue center, and we have made a line over here. So the next thing, just find for another piece. This is a piece, and now what you do is to get over here, because you move like this. You can check, bring this down, move it out of ranges, and bring this back. This is not gonna work. This way is not gonna work over here, because even though if you move this piece gonna be out. This if you move again, this gonna be out. If you move again, this gonna be out, and again this gonna be out. So there's no need for doing like that, because this technique is not gonna work. So what you do is make a line of this. You have to make a line by finding another green centerpiece. So there's another centerpiece over here. You can just make a line. You have to put for making a line, you can put it over here. This over here. Okay, perfect. And now make this a line. Okay, now we have made this a line. And now what you do is not you can this is here. Here is the green center, and now you can bring this here, move it out of the range of motion. I'm doing this up. This is not gonna work, because this is the same. If we bring this down, this is the same force. So when we do this back, any of the two green centerpiece will go up. So this is not the way we do it. So what you do is make sure that this both are in a straight line. So if you turn this over here, you can see that these both are in a straight line. Okay, so now what you do is this is the place we have to make our green center. So you have to move this over here, move it out of the range of motion, and then bring this back. So you can see now we are made a green center without disturbing the blue center. So now let's move on to the third center. You can choose the third center is gonna be the front thing. So front, you can make any color which you like. Suppose I'm gonna make the white. So this third center is gonna be easy, because now we have to make this both. You can find this. You have to make it separate. Okay, so now we already have a line. But make another line of this both, and then join it over here. So it's very simple. So just separate this. As you can see, these are in this opposite over here. So just move it, and just move it out of the range of motion. How you do this for this, and move it, and then bring this back. Now this over here, and we got this both white centerpieces separated. So now make this a line. It's very simple. You can make a line by putting the piece over here. So just turn and make it. So now you can see that we have made a line, and now just attach to the previous line. You have to get it over here. So just move this over here, and then yeah, that's it. Now we are done with the first 3 centers. Now let's move on to the 4th center. For the 4th center is nothing but the left center. While doing this, first you have to remember which color comes where. So you have to remember which color comes opposite of blue, which color comes opposite of white, and which color comes opposite of orange, like that. And if now you can see that blue, white, so now you have to guess which color comes over here, because there's no fixed center in the 4x4 cube. So if you don't know what color comes over here, you can search for an blue white corner piece. Here we can find a blue corner piece, so attach it with their colors. And just move this. Now you can see the corner piece, the blue has matched with its blue and the white has matched with its white. Now you can see that there's an orange color over here. So now we got to know that we have to make an orange center over here. Instead of putting corner over here, you can also prefer by seeing the 3x3 cube of blue, white. So you can here is orange. Okay, so now let's make the orange center. You have to make a line. You can check that there is a line, two piece over here. You can join any one piece over here. So just you can move one piece over here. Okay, so now just attach the both none. Now move it out. We are messing this up. So just move it out of the range of motion and bring this back. So now you can notice that we have made an orange line. So now we are making another line and keep it over here. You can check there is an orange piece here and an orange piece here. You can make this both as a line. Just move this here, and then now you can see. Now we can make it. Here you can make this both as a line. Just move this. Okay, and just move it out of the range of motion and bring this back. Now we are not messing the white center. And you have a line over here and here. Now it is easy to join the both. You have to do it in the same way how you did the green center. Check that they both are in a line. Yeah, now you can see that they both are in a line. And now you do the same thing which you have done for this. Move it over here, move it out of the range of motion, and then bring this up back. So now we are completed with our first 4 centers. Okay, now you can see that we are done with our first 4 centers. Now the last 2 centers left over here. You'll find this some difficult, because you have to do these two centers at a time. So this is gonna be some hard for you for learning. Now let's get started with the last 2 centers. So you have to find out which in this both the left ones are the red and then the yellow. So as you can see, you have to find out which color comes here and which comes here. So it's easy to find out which comes here, because you check the opposite color. It's the orange. So opposite of orange is the red. So now we have figured out that the red color has to come over here and the yellow color has to come over here. Now what you do is just how you do this. So just keep on trying this, or like just move it over here, move it out of the range of motion, and then move this back. Now you can see that we have made a line of this here and this here. If you're still not understood, I'm gonna explain you this once more. Just check it out. Okay, now I'm again gonna explain you. See, if you have 3 yellow here and 1 red here and 3 red here and 1 yellow here. So now we have figured out that the opposite of orange is red, and now it's easy for us. So that check, you can move you can move this line over here. So just move it here, move it out of the range of motion, then bring this back. Now we have got red, and now you can move any color which you like it's I think that keeping 2 colors here is the best way for doing this. Now you can find a green thing here. You can move this over here, move it out of the range of motion, and bring this up. No, still it's over here. So you can move this too as a top, as a moving over here. And check that there's some blue here. Sorry, not blue, red here and yellow here. So it's better keeping up this red over here and yellow here, because when you move this, we can make it as we can make a line. So just move this surface here. Now we have yellow and blue here. So just move this here. I made a line. Move it out of the range of motion and bring this back. Now you notice that we have made a line of both this here. Now it's the same of how you done the green center. Check, the both are in a line. Yes, they're in a line. You can see the red are in a line and yellow are in a line. So you can see here the red has to come and here the yellow has to come. So you have checked this here. Now what you do is the same thing you have done for the down center. Just move this here, move it out of the range of motion, and bring this back. Okay, now you can see that we are done with both the centers. Now we are done with all the centers of 4x4 Rubik's Cube. Now let's get on to the edges. Okay, now let's move on to the edges. So for grouping the edges, you have to find any color piece. You can start off with any color. Instead of always doing blue, I'm gonna show you with the white color now. Okay, so first what you have to do is now I'm doing the white color, so I'm gonna do the first 4 white edges, and then the opposite of white is yellow. So I have to do then 4 non-yellow piece, and then you have to get only 1 of yellow piece here, and then do the 3 of yellow piece at a time. So now first let's get on to the white edge pieces. Okay, now let's start off with any color. Now I have found an edge piece, one edge piece here. This is blue. So you have to find another blue, white and blue edge piece. Let us find Yeah, now you can see that there's an white and blue edge piece here and one white and blue edge piece over here. So what you have to do is get them in the this same lane. So you can move this piece over here in this lane. So it's very easy. So just simply move this over here and then bring this off. Okay, so now the one edge piece is over here and one edge piece is over here. So now we have to make sure that there's two opposite colors are not on the same. It should not be on the same face. Yeah, it should be an opposite face. So if you can see a white and blue piece here, you have to keep this piece over here, and that too white facing here and blue facing here. So what you do for getting that is just move this piece like this, and then move this like this, move this over here, and then move this back. Now you can see that the white and blue edge piece is one is here and one is here, that in the opposite direction. So why we have to keep it in the opposite is this, because when we move this like this, we group the edge pieces. Okay, so now for grouping, now what you have to do is when you move this, we mess up these centers. So what you have to do is when you have to first move this, and you can now what you have to do is move this piece or to the left or to the right. You can move to the left or to the right. I prefer as doing to the right, so just move it to the right. And what you do is place this edge piece with a garbage. You have to place this edge piece with a garbage piece. You can see this is the garbage, this is the garbage, and this is the garbage. You can replace it with any of the garbage piece over here. So just move this over here, and then move this back, and now redo the centers. Now we are not disturbed any centers, and now we have grouped the white and blue edge edges. And now let's go on to the next white edge piece. Here is a white and orange edge piece. Now we have to find another orange and white edge piece. Let's find it. It's over here. Now what you have to do is as I told you, bring it in the same lane. So it's over here. Just move it here and move this back. Now you can see that this white and orange in the same lane, and opposite one is here, and white is facing up, and opposite orange opposite colors, not the like colors. Okay, so as I told you, group this. I have messed the centers. So what you do, as I told you, move it left or right. This time I'll prefer it as doing to right or left. So just move this towards the left. Place it with the garbage piece. Over here, this is a garbage piece, and bring this back, and then redo the centers. Now we have not disturbed any centers, and we have got the white and orange edge piece. Now we are done. Now we are done with the white and green, white and red, white and orange, and white and blue. Now we are done with the white edge piece group. Now we are done with grouping the white edge pieces. Now after white, let's move on to the non-yellow pieces, because opposite of we have done the white. Opposite of white is yellow. So you have to not do the yellow pieces. So you have to do the non-yellow pieces. Let me find a non-yellow piece. Suppose here is an blue and orange. This is a non-yellow piece. So let's find another blue and orange edge piece. Yeah, it's over here. So just get it in the same lane. It's over here. Just move it. Now you notice that these both are orange. They are the like colors. So you have to move to here, that to opposite colors. So what you do is just move it here, bring this down, move this here, then bring this up. And now you can see that this blue and orange and this blue and orange are in the opposite and not opposite places and opposite colors. Now do the same thing. Just move this here, group this, move to left or right. I'm moving to the right. Place this piece with a garbage. You can place with this, but not this, because when you do with this and do this back and in the center, these two pieces get ungrouped. So you have to place with the garbage. This is the garbage piece. Move this back and then redo the centers. Now we are not missed any centers, and now we have got the orange, blue and orange piece. So do the same with the remaining non-yellow edge pieces. Okay, I'm skipping it because now I already explained you how to solve a non-yellow edge piece, and now you do the blue and the red, green and orange, and green and red. These are 4 non-yellow edge pieces. I already showed you one, and now you do of the other 3 edge pieces. Okay, so now I have finished doing the other 3 non-yellow edge pieces. Here's the green red, green orange, blue orange, and the blue red. Okay, so I'm done. Now I'm done with the 4 non-yellow edge pieces. Now the next step is doing the yellow edge pieces. So what you do is you have to make sure there's only one edge piece matched. Accidentally I've automatically done with the one yellow edge piece. So this is the way it's already done. Okay, so now we can see that there's one yellow edge piece done. Now we have to make sure there's no 2 yellow edge pieces. There's only one. You can see yellow green, yellow orange, and yellow blue. Okay, so now what you do, the second yellow edge piece, let's find it. Okay, now we have an yellow and green. There's an yellow and green. Just move it. Now we have these both are in the opposite places and also the opposite colors. Now we can make this grouped. But what you do is not the way we do it for the last thing. Now this is the green thing we are doing. Check the next thing. It's an yellow and orange. You have to keep an yellow and orange piece over here. If it's to the left side, you have to keep it here. So it's in the right, so keep it in this place. Let me find this yellow and orange piece. It's over here. So just move it over here. Just bring this down, move it here, and bring this up, and even this, because this is a green piece. Okay, so I'll show it to you again. So what I have done is these 2 pieces are over here. The orange is here, the orange is here. So what you do, I've done is just move this down, move this here, and bring this up. Now we have this two color see the like colors, orange and orange, and this both orange and yellow and orange, yellow and orange. Now this blue, green piece over here, I just move this. So now the green piece over here and also the yellow and orange. So now this is the last step. Okay, now group it and move to the right, because this piece is to the right, so move it to the right. You have to place this piece as a garbage. Okay, then redo the centers. Now you can, this is the what you have done is we are done with all the yellow pieces. You can see yellow and orange, yellow and green, yellow and green, yellow and blue, and yellow and red. This is the technique, simple technique, because if you do the two of edge pieces, you can't do the next edge piece because there will be no garbage available for you. So this is the technique to do the yellow edge pieces. Okay, so now we are successfully completed with learning our 4x4 Rubik's cubes, all the centers and also the edges. So now you have to solve it like a 3x3 Rubik's cube. Okay, so now we have to solve this cube like a 3x3 cube. It's the same method how you solve the 3x3 when an edge is here. We have to put it over here, suppose, like the same thing. When you find an edge like this, you have to put it over here. Check the range of check the position. So it's over left, so move it to the right, bring this down, place this here and move this up. This is the same way how you do this, because now the centers the centers are grouped, so you can count this as one center, and the edges are also grouped, so count this as one edge piece. Okay, so now you have to solve this cube like a 3x3 cube. Okay, so now I've solved this cube in the same way how we solved the 3x3 Rubik's cube. I've solved the first 3 layers because the edge piece is consisting of 2. So when you do it, you automatically do the second and third layer. So now let's get on to the fourth layer. So the same way how you do this cube, and there's an centerpiece and this piece over here, so just you can keep it anyway and do the formula how you do the plus sign in the 3x3 cube. So just do the formula F R U R prime U prime F prime. So as I told you that I'll tell you about the parodies when we come across to the third layer. So this is the first parody. So whereas in the 3x3 cube, while doing the plus shape, you won't get, when you see an L shape like this, but in this, when you see this 2, you take this 2 as an L. Okay, so when you take this 2L, you're finding a third edge piece over here. Whereas in the 3x3 cube, you'll never find 1, 2, 3 edge pieces like this. So if you find it in the 3x3 cube, it means that your 3x3 cube is wrong. The particles are pieces are placed wrong. Okay. So I hopefully think that you have understood. So when you find 3x3 edge pieces, you don't think that your cube is placed wrongly. but actually this is an parity. So when you get this parity, what you do is keep your cube in position that 3 edge pieces, one is up, one is left, and one is right, and down is empty, like this. So keep it in this position and follow the formula, which I'm gonna tell you now. So before getting into this formula, let me tell you that in this formula I'm gonna use the right edge and the left and the U or the top or this top layer and the F on the front. So in this formula I'm gonna use all this and now let us go to the formula. So now the formula is, first we bring down the right, we spin the top twice, we bring down the left, we spin the front twice, we bring up the left, spin the front twice, and we bring up the right twice, spin the top twice, bring up the right once, spin the top twice, bring down the right once, spin the top twice. Then you move the front twice, then you move the right twice, and you move the front twice. So what you see is this brings us to a cross or the plus symbol. Okay, so now you have got the plus symbol, and now we are done with this parity. Now let's move on. So now you solve in the same method how you solve the 3x3 Rubik's cube. The same just now the plus is over. Now we have to match the edges with their colors. So check if any two colors are matching. This and this two colors are matching. So the same how you do 3x3, one to the back and one to the right, and the formula R U R prime U R U U R prime. And now you got all the edge pieces. Now you got all the edge pieces matched with their their colors. Okay, so now the corner pieces in the same way how you do the thing, the formula. Now any of them are not matching. You can choose any piece which you want and do the formula U R U prime L prime U R prime U prime L. Okay, so now let's see if any pieces are matching with the colors. No, still no. Repeat it again. U R U prime L prime U R prime U prime L prime. And now see if any pieces are matching. Yeah, you can see this one matching. This one is in its correct place and not turned correctly. And you can see there's already one piece also turned correctly. So this now in a regular 3x3 Rubik's cube, if you get a piece twisted correctly, you may get this, and you may get this one twisted correctly, and all of the piece placed correctly or correctly in their place and not turned correctly. Or this is another parity. If you again do the U dash, I'll show you. U R U prime L prime U R prime U prime L prime. Even here now you can see this one and this one are correctly placed and also twisted correctly, and these two are not. So in any case, if you see the two pieces twisted or placed correctly, this is known as another parity. So you have to keep in such a position that two pieces are in the straight, or like in the same straight line. And so do it till you get do the formula till you get that. And do it till you get two pieces in this position. Two of them should come over here. To repeat it till it comes. Here I have repeated the formula till I get it. Now you can see this piece is in its correct place and not turned correctly. Also this piece, and the other two are not. So this is a parity, and you have to keep in such a position that these two are in the straight line. Now we got it, and now keep it both of them towards you, and now follow the formula for the parity. Okay, so now the formula is, you bring down the right twice, you spin the top twice for the U, you again bring the right twice, and you spin both of the double two layers twice, and you bring down the right again twice, and only spin the small the middle top layer twice. Okay, so what this does is it messes up our cross, not cross, sorry, but it we have matched the edge pieces with their colors, and this messes up that. So just redo it. Okay, so now I have done the same thing, and now I matched all of them with their the edge pieces with their colors. Now you can see only one piece placed correctly and not turned correctly. All of them are incorrectly, and only this one is correctly placed. And do the same thing how you solve the 3 into 3 3 1. Okay, so let me just finish it off. Okay, so here I've finished. Now these two are correctly turned, completely finished. We are doing this, and now these two are correctly placed and not turned correctly. So do the same step how you do it in the 3x3 Rubik's cube. So let me just finish the cube off. Here we go. Now I have finished doing it in the same way how I do the 3x3 cube, and now we have successfully completed with solving the 4x4 Rubik's cube. Congratulations! And now my next tutorial is not gonna be on this 5x5 Professor's cube, but it's gonna be on the 2x2 Rubik's cube. I currently don't have one 2 into 2 to show you right now, but my next tutorial is gonna be on the 2x2 Rubik's cube. So thanks for watching my tutorial, and please subscribe in case if you want a better explanation of how to solve the 3x3 cube or the 4x4 cube. Okay, if you have any deep doubts or if you can't understand anything, please contact me at my email address. It's mentioned over here. Yes, thanks for watching my tutorial. Please subscribe.